Wanted to give a little rant on Hakko here. So someone asked in Discord, or they pinged me with a link to an email that they received from Hakko. They had requested a schematic for its 14-year-old station, I believe, FM 201 or FM 202. So let me just turn off vibrate. And so that, yeah, there you go. You're not going to hear my phone notifications anymore. Yeah, so they asked about a station that is 14 years old, discontinued, not sold anymore, and they asked for a schematic, and they said, no, it's confidential, can't show you that, sorry, so that you could fix a 14-year-old soldering station. Now, part of the reason this is aggravating is if you take a look, you'll see that Hakko ain't cheap. Hakko is not cheap in contrast. I guess it's cheap in contrast to, let's say, a Pace station. It's cheap in contrast to JBC, but compared to all the other offerings nowadays, they're really not. You could get a TS100 with a grip, and you could use all of the Hakko tips, and they heat up just as fast, and it works with a Hakko tip. It heats up just as fast. You could do everything you could do with a Hakko station, with a Hakko iron, with a TS100, except maybe soldering tweezers, but soldering tweezers is not genius. You just take a TS100 and you multiply it by 2. If somebody wanted to make that, they wouldn't need the schematic. And it's really sad to see that a company that was actually so just PR brain dead that they reached out to me a few years ago and said, we think it's a shame. We think you're doing your viewers a, quote, disservice by not demonstrating them, by not demonstrating our stuff on your channel. Thank you, UZ. That they are actually going to deny someone a schematic, not even for a new product where you may be cannibalizing existing sales, but for a product that's 14 years old. Because the type of person that's trying to fix a 14-year-old soldering iron, let me tell you something. The type of person that's fixing a 14-year-old soldering iron is typically not the person that has a budget for a new one. You're not cannibalizing sales of your newer $600 or $700 or $1,000 stations with a station that costs, if someone wants to fix an FM 201 or FM 202. It's total BS. See what you guys think. Yeah, Paul, that person did not. They had no. Here's the thing. I was actually trying to be nice to them. I was trying to be nice to them when I did that. When I did not review the FRA 10. I wanted to give them a chance to produce something that didn't suck, because I liked the FX 951. I liked the FM 203. I thought they were quality. I liked the 2032 handpiece. I really like that handpiece. It just ergonomically it fits in my hands. I like the T30K and tip. Oh wait. And I thought that it was okay. So they made a miss on one hot air station. Okay, big deal. So they missed on one hot air station. I'm not going to tear them up over it. But then they come to me and they say, you're doing your viewers a disservice by not reviewing, by not showing this. It's like, bro, I'm doing you a service by not showing my viewers how much this thing sucks. But then I did a video on how much it sucked. But when they say confidential, you have to look at the interface on a Hakko station. Just look at the interface on the Hakko 951, the FM 202. Hell, even the FM 203. Look at the interface. Look at how it is you adjust temperature. Look at how you adjust hot air on the FRA 10. That shit is straight out of 1984. Straight out of 1980. Maybe even the late 70s. That, that red screen interface with, looks like the calculator that my dad had in the 70s. It's shit. It's total shit. And I think that they're going to wind up losing ground. And they deserve it. They absolutely deserve everything that's coming to them. When newer companies that are hungry for because here's the thing, when Hakko came out with this shit, first JBC was the one with those, wow, look at us, our tips heat up in 2 seconds. Then Hakko started doing it. Now everybody does it. Everybody has a tip that heats up in 1 or 2 seconds. Like, it's not, the direct heating tips, it's not special. It doesn't make you special. It doesn't set you apart anymore. It's the same feature. So, and I do hope that they lose business from this, and I hope they lose money from it. Because one of the things that's also disgusting is that Hakko's, these types of tools are used to repair products. So they have a tool that is designed for repair. That the whole reason they have business is because people are using it to repair shit. And they aren't going to keep you from fixing your stuff. If nobody released schematics, then what would people be buying Hackos to solder? I imagine a lot less. John Ellis, you should watch some of my old board repair videos. You may learn something. Kisker has the same, and it's an awesome station. I haven't tried the Kisker one, but I'd be curious to. Oh yeah, the plunger, the syringe is the same size for the 10 and 30 cc containers, but the plunger is a different size. I'm looking at getting a Hakko. Travis, you should email them and say, you know, I was gonna buy this, but I'm buying a competitor station because you didn't give someone in the Rossman Repair Discord schematics. You gotta send them a message or else they're not gonna understand it. They're gonna keep doing that same shit over and over and over again. Poor little speaker. Sorry. Just let them know why you're not giving them money. More and more people need to do that for this stuff to change. It needs to hit them in the pocketbook. Or at least they need to see that it may hit them in the pocketbook. And then hopefully it does hit them in the pocketbook.
What clarity?
I used to live here a while ago. Walking right by my old apartments. I'll show you when I get there. I lived right across the street from where Jay-Z grew up. The Marcy housing projects. I lived right across the street from the Marcy housing projects. I remember it was 2009 and I was wondering, oh man, why is this so cheap? And I don't understand it. It made no sense. Like, you know, it's right by the G. I could walk 2 blocks and get the train. I take that train 2 stops, I take the L 2 stops and I'm at work. It's literally a 15-minute commute. I'm wondering, how is this so cheap? I don't have the entire floor for $1,100. And then came the gunshots. Oh. I stayed there for about a year. And then I moved up about 12 blocks. It's the exact same neighborhood, but it's just like a mildly nicer part of the same neighborhood. But yeah, this was a fun one. I remember when I heard that, I thought it was fireworks. And then my neighbor says my kid is sitting in the bathtub. I'm like, why is your kid sitting in the bathtub? And she goes, "'Cause that ain't fireworks." Oh, fun times. Fun times. No, this is 2 after the one with the termites. So termites was the first one. That was in Canarsie. After that was that shithole in Bushwick. I posted a bunch of pictures to it. It was around Soydam and Knickerbocker, I think. And I posted a bunch of pictures of that the other day in Discord into the general chat 1 or 2 days ago. After that was this one that's on Marcy, right across from the Marcy project. And then after that one was where I live now. And that's kind of where I started walking from when I started the stream. Looks like it mellowed out. Not there. Got some nice lamb and rice from this place over here. I always kind of liked it. Had a good... She looks like they're closed. Shit. They had a good lamb over rice in that deli over there. Back in the day. $2.50. You get a nice filling meal. Some nice spices. White sauce, hot sauce. I could tell from the person cursing somebody out on the street that seems to be talking to themselves that little has changed. This laundromat was the shit too. I love this laundromat. The guy that ran this was awesome. I'm really sad that he closed. Bro, really? So that door is filled with graffiti, and then they have this new security door in front of it. Damn. Shit changed. Shit did change. My God. One moment. Behind me there is somebody following me, so I am going to pay some attention. Be right back. Okay. And we're back. I have my phone screen brightness turned down so that I could see what's behind me in the reflection of in the glare of my phone screen. I am no fool. Okay. It's not that bad an area. If it was a choice between here or living in fucking Williamsburg and paying $2,000 or $3,000 for the same apartment, I'd take this any day. I am not living in some hipster, overpriced fishbox shithole. Ay. Do you need to do that in the USA? I don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. I have a Chinese Hakko copy, which I upgraded. I call it a Hakko. I opened one of those. It didn't have the sleep thing on it where it puts the iron to sleep when you put it down. And the inside of it looked to be soldered like shit. Be careful with those things, man. Here's the thing, in my opinion. You're better off getting something like a TS100 or stuff that tries to emulate their design rather than the crap that just straight up rips them off. Because the stuff that just straight up rips them off, they do really bad work. They do some really bad work. Ooh, barbecue. Man, it is freaking hot. This weather is BS. Horrible. I like cold. I'm a winter person. Eric is a summer person. Eric is a Hawaii person. Eric is where I live, if it goes below 72 degrees, people start wearing jackets on the news person. She sent me one of those articles in a newscast a while back. It was kind of funny. Can't do it. I cannot do it. All right. I'll see you later. Do me a favor. Send Hakko an email and tell them what you think. Look at the video I posted on my main channel. Send them an email. Tell them what you think. Really, they got to know. Let them know. I was thinking of buying one of your stations, but you know what? If you want to keep people from fixing things, then why should I buy your tools to fix things? Seems like you don't want to be in business. See y'all later.